I hear the voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
Hey y'all. How are you? Give me one moment. Make sure I spelled that right. Okay. Aha. All right, now let me get to the chat on StreamYard and YouTube. I almost said Facebook. What the freak? Okay. There we go. Okay, y'all. You guys know I've been following this. First, let me get into the chat. Let me say hello to everyone. I know there's a lot of summer stuff going on tonight, so that's fine if it's just a few of us. It'll save and upload. Y'all, there was an Amber in here telling me I was all wrong and actually talking like they were there at the time that I'm going to speak about, which is interesting. I thought about it after. I was like, I should have went and screenshotted that comment. It was from an Amber somebody, and the account was made a year ago. So that was funny. And this person commenting was talking as though she was there and trying to explain for Amber, which is ridiculous. I was like, that's all hearsay unless like you were there, lady. Hey, Sam, I am. Lori, cousin Tracy, Chatty Jen, Shooby Mom, Cotton, Candy Boobs. You are at the talk of the streets these days. Hey, Angel, yes, I can see you. Did you? I was chatting earlier. I'm not sure why the chats are disappearing. Hey, Vexing, Lori, Don't Panic, Olive Juice, Mirabella, Stacy B, Love and Light, Holly, Angel Talks Too Fast, Darzilla. I'm trying to go back. If I miss anyone, I apologize. Okay, we'll go back to new comments. I think we got both cousins in here. Hey, Lips, Trudy, Mel's Gremlins. Okay, y'all. Now, I know a lot of people are saying this isn't true. Hey, Lip Lock, I see your name in there. So people are saying this isn't true. This is not true. You're making it up. That picture is not Amber. It looks nothing like her. That picture is a picture of Amber from 2003 when she was 16. Hey, Molly Brown Uptown. She was 16. So yes, indeedly, that is her. So I want to. Let me see here. I'll go on my. Yeah, so processing date December 9th, 2003. Now, get this. She was 16. I'm going to say for my protection, the protection of the platform, that this is alleged. Okay? And people saying, oh, it didn't happen. I beg to differ. Just because you can't see it, her record was expunged. She was also a minor. So you're not going to see anything. There's nothing. It was all sealed up, and then the manslaughter charge ended up going away, and then she ended up getting a license revoked. Now, here's the thing. Everyone's saying, well, that mugshot's not from when she got arrested for what's being said is she was under the influence at 16 years old, where her best friend died. Now, she has taken on this. She says her whole like understanding. I'll pull up some articles, like her understanding of life, her religion, which is, well, I don't think you call it a religion, but she's an atheist. She says it's because of her best friend who passed away that made her that way. He's not doing too good. He'll come in here in a little bit though. It's getting worse every day. I took another test today and it says negative. For some reason, if it sits there though for a few hours, it turns positive. So I'm gonna wait 2 days and then test again. I pretty much think it's inedible. I'm gonna get it, so it is what it is. But he's okay. He's got popsicles and soup and chow mein and those Luigi Italian ices and everything. Records are sealed, exactly. So no one would even know. So that Amber chick who came into the chat earlier acting like she knew all of the information, I mean, she was talking like she was there. Unless you were there, you wouldn't know because it's all been sealed. Thanks, guys. No, he had the first vaccine, but not the booster, and I am anti-vax. So, whatever. Come for me, don't come for me. What it is, what it is. They pushed it on people too hard that I just did not trust that at all. Marky Mark, I like that. They are those Luigi Ices. He hasn't had them before. He's like, what are these? I'm like, well, my kids are sick. They always wanted these. So yes, the records were sealed, and we'll pull up some articles. That is her mugshot, and even she never denied that, but she's saying that's from when. So here's the thing: everything got sealed. Manslaughter ended up getting somehow expunged off her record, and she lost her driver's license. Though this mugshot here is not from the car accident day, but from when she got pulled over. Now, tell me this don't align. How do you get your license revoked by 16 or 17? You're just like getting your driver's license, right? At that time, like a year before that, maybe, or around that time. So something happened at that quickly of her to have her license revoked, and she got pulled over. The reason why she was booked on December 9th, 2003 is because she was actually caught driving while her license was suspended or revoked or whatnot. And that's what that's from. People saying that that's not her. That is her. You can find another. The mugshots all over the place today. So I have a couple of them. This is the busted mugshot, so I don't tend to. I'll pull up a different one. However, we have even like USA Today sharing it. If you guys go online, you'll see it all on there. I want to find the article where one of her old, like someone who hung out with her and kind of, it sounds like went to school with her, whatever, said she was always under the influence. And she said that, or it's actually a he. He said that, yes, he is a fan of Johnny's, but he also grew up with Amber. Amber was driving, yes, and she was under the influence. That's why she lost her license at that time, between the same 16, 17, but she was still caught driving again. Not only that, if she can get away with that, you guys, look at what like her past is very aggressive, and it only got worse and worse because she was like, oh, well, I'm just getting away with it. When you are 16 years old and you're just getting away with shit, because she didn't stop partying even after that. And again, I'm conspiracy theorist, right? So I'm like, oh, here we go. A celebrity who's close one passed away. And it seems to me that she has somewhat taken on the personality of her best friend. And that's what she herself has said. So I'm going to claim that this is all alleged because I don't know. Records were sealed. I could never know unless actual government official says so. Hey, Vet Girl, Wandering Hearts. Hi, Terry. Kim Kins. Hey, Gemini Moon, no way would I take the vaccine. It's everyone's personal thoughts and opinions, right? So I don't think anyone should be judged or bashed for either way they choose to vaccinate or not vaccinate. I can't stand her in her face. Yo, she messed up so bad so many times. I can't either. You get the vibe from her that she knows everything. She's just too good. She is always got to be right. Like, she looks like an entitled brat. She gives off that energy totally. And we've all heard, if you guys are following, we heard that I'll find it, where Johnny actually is on recording with her, because they're recording each other. He says to her, like, our relationship is going to turn into a crime scene. She is aggravating. Hey, Alex. Olive Juice. What did you end up naming that cat? Charlie Kai. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, You can see that she was recording him. I think she started recording him first. I don't know this. Again, everything is alleged. This is just shares opinions and thoughts. And I think she started recording. He caught her, so he started recording. If that was a girl who started recording, no one would say anything. They'd be congratulating her, but they're all saying, oh, he was planning this too. And maybe so. I do think that they were toxic for each other, but then I get to listen more and look up more on my own. I'm like, I don't see that toxicity in him before meeting her. Even the his old management who was getting him his movie gigs and stuff said it was his behavior on set that kind of made him a not so wanted actor. That behavior, if I'm not mistaken, started happening when he got with Amber. I think this was very much planned because she has issues. And the guy said, I grew up with her, so I know Amber. I am a Johnny Depp fan, but when I heard she married Johnny, he said he was concerned and that she is absolutely the type. Some actors have been speaking to and saying this is what they said, B-list actresses that do plan on going with like A-list celebrity guy to use them, which I think is just common sense. I think we know that. I think it goes both ways, right? Always thought Charlie would be a good name for a baby girl. Ah, it is a good name for a girl. Did I miss something else? Maybe she suffered head trauma in the accident. I'm not sure if it was from that accident, but people are saying that they can see that she has some kind of bridge that she did have like long before she met Johnny. But I mean, her friend died in a car accident. If I'm not mistaken, the friend was a passenger who was driving the car. So I guess we'll never know. Allegedly, it's Amber driving the car and she lost her license that instead of getting the manslaughter charge. And then she didn't listen like the entitled brat that she is and kept driving anyway because, you know, she's Amber. She doesn't have to follow any rules. She's better than everybody else. And she got pulled over and she was booked and charged for driving. I cannot find any other charges of why her license would be revoked or suspended at only 16 or 17 years old, guys. That's wild. There's nothing else. But again, her record was expunged and sealed and everything because she was a minor. Well, I guess, like I said, we'll not know unless government people come out, but that's illegal to do. But we'll see. And your son already has the same name as mine. Mine or whose? Oh, you're talking to Alex. Heidi Moon, hello, Crimea River. She is a terrible person. In love with her beauty. I think he was more, she's beautiful, but I don't think she's beautiful anymore, right? Because from what I've learned and read and seen, I think she's a very ugly person. Even the way she talks, how she treated Johnny, I think, because I was looking back, I had to go back in interviews and look at how did Johnny Depp do interviews? How did he carry himself before Amber Heard was in the picture and before seeing him on stand and with how he's acting? Because when he got up there and he's like, it just seems like he has a lot of social anxiety and just like a lot, like how a lot of us are on here actually. So I was like, that's weird because he always seems so like it's Johnny Depp. You don't think of it like that. But I went back, all the way back. I even watched him do some things with like kids' hospitals and stuff. He always seemed to have anxiety and like social anxiety. The way he talked is the same as he talked many, many, many years ago. It is the same. So I'm not seeing a different Johnny on the stand. Definitely seeing an actress. But I didn't know enough. Like I didn't watch a lot, or I couldn't remember a lot of like interviews that Johnny Depp has done. So I did. I went back to just see how his behavior was on old interviews until and then now. And he's the same. And so I think with Johnny, much like a girl, when you are like that, men can easily be manipulated, and like us girls can, oh, you're everything. I'm going to love you so much. We're soulmates together forever. Right. And so when she's saying that to him, that's probably deep down what he wants. He wants someone just like I want, that I have with Mr. Scherer. I want someone who's going to be with me through the good, the bad, the ugly, my best friend, and we're going to the grave together. That type of love, right? That's what she was promising Johnny. I think that's what Johnny wanted. But she also says that she really looked up to Angelina Jolie. The timing of her saying that's weird because it's when Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie bullshit all happened, right? So that was weird. And every relationship that she has gotten into with a male celebrity or even female has actually been either married or with a long-term partner. And she has broken up every single one, including Elon Musk and Christina. Is that her name? They have a child together and everything. Johnny Depp was with his wife and kids, and the girlfriend she had, I heard, had a different girlfriend before her. This is like a what do you call it? A thing that Amber does. I think because it makes her feel powerful. And yes, thank you, Sticky. Yeah. So I don't like that. I think she definitely played on Johnny's emotions. Now, here's the thing. When people bring out the worst in each other, I think Amber brings out the worst in anyone she's around. She brings out the worst of her sister, where you've got actual professional people coming out and saying, is it Whitney? Whitney, actually do something for yourself for once. Stop defending Amber. I'm gonna pull up something. I know a lot of you have probably seen it. No, I do not like that either, Alex. That's disgusting. But if you look it up and see all of the celebrities she's been with them. She's home wrecked every single one she's been with. So I don't like that. I think her sister's definitely afraid of her, by the way. Do yours. Prove to me she was never arrested for that, because you can't. Bye. Allegedly. Explain to me why her license was revoked at only 16 years old. Were you there? Allegedly. Do you know? Nobody actually knows the truth. Right? Because she was a minor, documents were sealed, and her past was expunged. So the dainty doer, please prove otherwise. But thanks for being here. It's my personal opinion, and I know that she thinks that everyone who comes out and stands with Johnny is because Johnny Depp somehow put these people up to it. That's just not true. We all publicly have got to hear this play out now, and have many of us, I'm sorry, I don't see a lot of support for her. That's not because Johnny Depp's paying everybody off. I've never talked to Johnny Depp, nor have I ever talked to anyone who is associated with Johnny Depp. Neither has my husband or anybody. I'm doing this because I know what I witnessed. So is a lot of other people. So don't even freaking try that. Idiots. I do think her one lawyer is scared of her. She's like, I'm trying here. I'm trying. Oh, God. Yeah, I do. Let me try and I want to find something here, because I don't even know what show this was on. But Ah. Okay. Oh, shit. You do it.
I don't want to be killed.
Did you get in a fight or something?
Oh, thank you. Got into an altercation.
Oh.
I already talked about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I can't believe Amber beat your ass. I know you could beat her ass.
We're not going to talk about that.
Whitney, truth or dare? Okay, did you really start the fight with your sister or did she start it? For real, for real, for real.
We're not going to talk about that.
She really did whoop your butt.
Oh, we're not talking about it.
Yeah, I'm done. I guess I'm done talking about it.
You do it.
I don't want to be killed.
Did you get in a fight or something?
Oh, the Amber supporters who are in here, please explain this to me. I'll play it one more time for you.
Thank you. Got into an altercation.
Oh.
I already talked about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I can't believe Amber beat your ass. I know you could beat her ass.
We're not going to talk about that.
Whitney, truth or dare? Okay, did you really start the fight with your sister or did she start it? For real, for real, for real.
We're not going to talk about that.
She really did whoop your butt.
Oh, we're not talking about it.
Yeah, I'm done. I guess I'm done talking about it.
Yeah. So she's not denying it at all, right? She's not saying, oh, it wasn't Amber. No, she's not correcting them. She's not anything. So other people around her know, but she's in here lying. What I think is maybe, here's what I think. The sisters got into it and Johnny was trying to defend Whitney. Ha. Yeah, all the friends know Sam I am. Yeah, whoa is right. Yeah. Oh no. If you're blocked, send me your link. I'm looking at it right now. So send me your link. I don't understand. See, again, you guys, I'm going to have to literally just only have my kids and a couple other mods because I don't know who's doing what. And they're doing it after my lives because I'm watching my live chats now on YouTube so I can see. So I don't know what the hell is happening. I'm not a herd supporter. I just tell the truth. Some of it might not be something you want to hear. No, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. So do you want to come up here and prove to me how you know that she was never arrested or had manslaughter charges or even a case of manslaughter against her? Do you have proof of that or just hearsay of your own opinions? Because that's what I'm doing here, allegedly, in my opinions and all that. Do you have proof that she never had those arrests or charges? You can come up and show it. Please do. I'd love to see it. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. And I'll say, sorry, Amber Turd or Amber Heard. Hi, maybe people are wondering how you are. We have some people in the chat who know for sure. Like I said, it was sealed. She was a minor and the things have been expunged. That's on record. So you prove to me that she didn't or that she did or whatever. You prove to me your side because I'm saying she did. Prove to me then how did she get her license suspended at 16? What else would it be from? There's no record of anything of why that would happen, but there is record that she was driving on a suspended license and booked for it. So how'd she get the suspended license at 16? Come on, you have to do better than that if you actually want to try and put me in my place like you're trying to do on my own platform. Let's go. Mm-hmm. I'm ready. Oh, she wants a link.
I don't know what I just stepped into, but damn.
She knows everything, so I'm going to have her up. There's Link. He is not feeling better. He's feeling worse.
I feel like $1 million of debt.
Hey, Ditsdom, Lanky. Oh, there she is. Hey, Amber. Or whatever your name is. Dawn, too. You can Google a lot. I've Googled it. I've watched the videos. I've read the USA Today and multiple others. So I'm so happy that we have the Amber supporters and haters in here. I was hoping for that tonight. I actually was expecting it. You're all welcome. I'm not even going to block you. I'm just going to have fucking fun with you because I ain't been feeling well. Because you cannot prove to me otherwise. Just like I can't prove it really happened. But there's certainly questions what led up to that, right? Her best friend, dead from a car wreck, right? Why did she have her license suspended? We're about to hear.
Get your headphones on.
Oh, yeah, I got to put headphones on. You will have to show your face for a minute before I let you on platform. But you are not live, so. I'll let you up when you decide to show your face for a second, which we have to do for our platform security. You do that or you don't come up. Hey, Miranda, you got the popcorn? No, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but you can't come and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when you literally can only get the same information that I've had. And I've got questions about what led things to how they are. So again, you can't prove that she never had those charges when the record has been expunged and she was also a minor and it's sealed. It's literally everywhere that the documents were sealed. So you wouldn't even know unless you were there. All right. So they're choosing to not show themselves on camera. And you guys know how it goes. Some of the creators in here, you know exactly why I'm asking that. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll just leave her in studio in case they decide. They also changed their name as well. So that's why I am weary of it. Yes. And a huge record of violence, right? I'm sorry. We've heard the recordings. In fact, I want to give me a minute, guys. All right, so I'm just gonna kick them from studio because they want to not listen to what they're supposed to do. So that's that. Don't really give a damn. Okay, hold on. I wrote that word wrong. Really? 8 hours? All right, give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to find the best one here. Is this it? Wait, no, that's not the right one. All right, give me a minute. A minute. 3 hours ago. No. Okay, here we go. I gotta go back. All right, we're gonna start with this one. Actually, I would like to just find the whole. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay. We gotta go. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. We're almost there. Okay, so it's before that. And I think it's this one. Okay, here we go. Ha ha ha. Oh, there's bad sound on this, but I don't. It's not. Or it's on their end, but hopefully it will go away. Yeah, you'll have to wait because I'm going to show some videos. So I won't be in the StreamYard to let you in. If you want to show when I open it back up for you to call back in, you will certainly be welcome. Be respectful when you come up, and I will be respectful to you because at best, this is just a friendly debate because either one of us can prove our side. And I know that. This is all alleged, right? Okay. I knew that was coming now. It's she won't let me talk. Well, that's okay, guys. It is what it is. I'll open it back up in a little bit. Now let me go here. Okay. And we're going to enlarge screen. So this is... You guys hear that buzzing? That's on this video. I looked for a different... We're just going to deal. And I am going to go ahead... I'm going to speed this up a little.
All right, are we ready for the jury?
Oh, we can't put closed captions on. Shoot. Looks like she's covering up bruised faces right now. It looks similar, right? I wonder if she brought her bruise kit with her.
All right, be seated. All right,
Okay,
next
babe.
question.
Good morning, Ms. Heard.
Good morning.
Your relationship
I love that she looks at her with that smile to start. She's just like, I'm going to roast you, bitch.
with Mr. Depp began in October of 2011, right?
That's correct.
I'm sorry. I know some of you have been yelling at me to turn my camera on more. So I will because y'all helped with my beautiful tea. So I want to make sure I'm doing that more. All right. Plus you can.
And you previously
okay, babe?
testified multiple times under oath
Okay.
that the first year of your relationship with Mr. Depp was the best of times, right, Ms. Heard?
That is correct.
You testified that as far as you could tell, Mr. Depp was sober that first year,
That is correct. That's what I used to believe.
and that the first year was, quote, magic.
Yes, I always estimated it was about a year.
But now you've told this jury that Mr. Depp was being violent with you throughout 2012, haven't you, Ms. Heard?
No, he took a break in the middle of 2012 when he was sober.
You told them that he was
Okay.
hitting you in 2012, though. Is that right?
He was hitting me in 2012. He just took a break in the middle.
He was
Oh, okay.
smashing things
I
around
can't-
you, right?
He did.
And you told them that Mr. Depp was in and out of sobriety in 2012.
That is correct.
You told this jury that in quote, in 2012, I was in the beginning stages of this, just learning these patterns.
I love Camille,
I was learning
too.
that drinking kind of correlated with the violence, end quote. Is that right?
That is correct.
So it was during these cycles of violence in 2012 that you gave Mr. Depp a knife as a gift.
I gave him a knife, I think for a birthday.
So she says this before she shows the knife, and already, even if it's like a little pocket knife, a lot of you know what I have escaped from, survived from, whatever you want to call it, I say, survived from. No way in hell am I gifting my ex a weapon. Certainly not a fucking knife that he could. Oh, no, 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 no. Hell no. Wait, she's about to bring out the freaking the
Birthday
gutter.
present.
A gutter. She bought him a gutter pretty much. Okay. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I do not believe that at all. There's no way.
And early in our relationship, I believe it was around 2012, but I'm not certain.
We've seen a picture of that knife,
go
but
that-
I think
that
we should bring out the real thing.
Smirk, right? It's
Master
not a
Deputy
pocket knife. Here it
Hallusa,
comes.
Master Deputy Sheriff Hallusa, may I please have you show the knife
I
to
love
Ms.
all
Heard?
of his lawyers, by the way. Yo,
that's
you
it.
guys.
That's the knife you gave to the man who was hitting you, right, Ms.
Yeah,
Heard?
nobody can believe that.
All right, are we ready for the jury?
Oh shit, I went too far.
That is correct.
Okay, let's look at that declaration.
Shoot,
It's convenient.
shoot.
He was hitting me in 2012. He
Okay,
just took
sorry,
a break
y'all.
in the middle.
I can speed it up one more.
I am so tired of, oh, you're a cat lady? Ooh, so many.
He was smashing things around you, right?
He did.
Okay.
And you told him that Mr. Depp was in and out of sobriety in 2012.
That is correct.
You told this jury that, quote, in 2012, I was in the beginning stages of this, just learning these patterns. I was learning that drinking kind of correlated with the violence, end quote. Is that right?
That is correct.
So it was during these cycles of violence in 2000.
She was nonstop drinking. Yeah, that is more than just a knife, that girl. Literally. That's no, there's no way I believe that.
2012 that you gave Mr. Depp a knife as a gift.
Here we go.
I
Yeah,
gave him
sorry,
a
guys.
knife, I think for a birthday present early in our relationship. I believe it was around 2012, but I'm not certain.
We've seen a picture of that knife, but I think we should bring out the real thing.
Yes, Camille, bring
Master
out
Deputy
the real thing.
Hallusa, Master Deputy Sheriff Hallusa, may I please have you show the knife to Ms. Heard?
All right, y'all. Many of us have survived abusive situations. Is this a gift you're gonna give that person? I sure as shit would never even think about that. I'd never dream of that. No, like there's no way. No way. Kate Moss is testifying on Wednesday, and I can't wait for that because I seen everyone was excited as soon as Amber mentioned Kate Moss. They were like, yes, we know she'll have his back. She's coming in here to testify. Also, I do have to say, hey, Steve hosts American Viking Media. Hell no, right? No, absolutely not. So when I heard knife, I was like, no way. And then when this was coming out like that, I was like, nope. Like right there, everyone should know she's a liar.
Yes, that's it.
That's the knife you gave.
A damn sword, right? Hi, Lady Hazel Eyes. Absolutely not. Plus, Amber engraved it too. Something about till death. Exactly. I would, yes, that's probably coming up here. And I hope you guys can hear it, but I'm going to keep it sped up so we can get through some of this. But I'll go live again tomorrow to play some more because there's so much. Like, there's just so much. Johnny hurts himself. She hurts anybody. I think that's honestly, I think Johnny's a hard one. Like, I think he's so good at his roles that he plays because of his weirdness and his social anxiety and I think depression, honestly. Yeah. And he lost. He started going down. He lost everything. He lost his career. He was asking for like $20 million loans. The bottle of wine she wanted like every night. First of all, you want this man to be sober. You're demanding he be sober, and that will save you guys. But you have him picking up your drugs and alcohol for you. That does not make sense to me. You're telling him to go pick up your coke, go pick up your weed, go pick up your expensive wine. And then talking about doing shrooms, go pick up all of these drugs and alcohol for me and my friends. But you better stay sober. That's ridiculous. Yeah, especially in his younger years. Survivor here, she is not acting like a survivor. Absolutely not. I hate to say that, you guys. I don't like to judge another person's, because for me, I heard, you should always believe the girl, always believe the person coming out saying victim. And I understand that, but I am not one of those people. And maybe I get it wrong when I think someone's lying, but I don't have that belief. I don't believe it. Like, I'll use Bill Cosby as an example. Do I think he done bad things to women? Yes, I do. Do I believe every person that came forward? No, I do not. And so, Amber Heard, I think she pushed for this from Johnny, which is why she started recording. If I'm not mistaken, she started recording first. Hey, Northern Farm Girl, I do not like to judge. Yeah. No, it sucks, right? Especially being another survivor, or even just a female. But we also do have to remember that men are victims just as much as females. And I do believe that Amber had planned to totally damage. Look at how she was talking to him recorded. Oh, what does that magazine want? Something with you? You're fat. You're washed up. He was not a washed up actor before she came into the picture. You see that? But you see some videos of her and with him, and it was always about Johnny. And she's just kind of on the side. It's, oh, Amber Heard. Like, who are you? Okay, Johnny's girl, right? And I see in her face that kind of annoyed her, if that makes sense. I'll pull up a video in a little while and show you. But yeah, if you follow the case, there's a lot you guys will see. Even other actors and actresses that notice things were wrong and kind of like asking him, like, are you okay? Like, what's that one girl from the 50 Shades of Grey was even caught asking about the finger, and even like looking as if she didn't believe what he was saying. And then there's another clip of the same girl. She's like mean mugging Amber. She's like side-eyeing the bitch, like she just knows she's no good, right? So, and not only that, we know that plenty of people were warning. And I think that actually says a lot, but it also to me says a lot about Johnny, that he actually really did love her. And we hear that she was even jealous of Johnny's daughter, wanted him to stay with her. That's on a recording. That's not hearsay. That's Amber going, why can't you just be with me? And he's like, I want to go inside with my daughter. Like, what woman does that? That's disturbing. And she's definitely throwing his kids in this trial. Like, I don't think honestly that any of his kids had to be mentioned, but she's doing that to hurt him.
To the man who was hitting you, right, Miss Heard?
I wasn't worried he was going to stab me with it when I gave it to him, that's for certain.
But you gave it to him while he was abusing you, allegedly.
I gave it to him that year.
Master Deputy Sheriff Lusa.
If I'm being beaten, and I have been, I'm not gifting someone a knife and saying, he'll never stab me with it. No freaking way. She's so disturbing.
Please show the knife to the jury.
Look at that shit grin. She's like, yeah, I fucked up with it. Like, yeah, okay. Like, she fucking knows. That's exactly why she wanted to dismiss this trial, too. And I'm so glad that the judge didn't go for it. She did, Miranda. She jumped on the Me Too. I've seen the hashtag go around, men too. I like it. I could say a lot in defense of men, because I have had a lot of guy friends that I've seen be totally just fucked from their wives or baby mamas or whatever. Especially people having babies with my friends, and then parent alienation, or you see baby when you pay me and all that kind of shit. That is all bullshit. We've all heard of the girls who try to on purpose get pregnant or poke holes in condoms and shit like that. This is what she is. She is that girl, you guys. Like, she is disturbing AF, right? So that to me is also that is terrible and damaging and victimizing men. Those guys did not ask to be a dad, and then you're going to go and, well, you're the father. I know you're the father, and now you're going to pay me every month, and then they get a case on them till the child is 18 to 21 years old, depending on if they're in school or whatever. Like, I've seen so many men totally fucked, or, you know, make a mistake, but the women were just waiting for them to make some kind of mistake, and they take everything. You get the fuck out of the house that you're paying for. You're going to pay me, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that. And for the most part, guys don't want to go to court. They don't want to go through the court system. They pretty much just listen to what the girl is saying. And I think that's a huge mistake, because I think if more men actually stood up and fought, there'd be much better. And it's a lot different now today than it was back 19, 20 years ago when I started having children, right? So, but I've seen a number of my male friends be totally fucked and victimized, and I don't like it. Yeah, you don't win. I mean, I wish your friend Rocket Rider was here, babe, because I know he'd be agreeing with this, because I know it's just the truth. Men are victims just as much as women, and men get victimized in crazy ways too, but nobody ever talks about it or makes it a thing. It's okay. Like, on purpose getting pregnant and a guy wouldn't know. Even if you're married, if you guys aren't on the same page about having a kid, you shouldn't be, like, checking your ovulation. And I know somebody who freaking did that, and you know them, and did that. And the husband had no idea. And then that puts me in a weird place, because here I am. I know she's taking these tests, but she's my friend. He's my friend. What do I do? Because I know he's not ready, nor does he want that right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's victimizing a man, because you're putting him in a position that he's not ready for and saying he doesn't want. Like, one of my children is with someone who told me when I was pregnant. And I'm okay, trigger warning. I'm going to talk very adult here and about women having options and choices with their own bodies. Okay, trigger warning. He told me, I do not want to have a child. I want to party. And okay, whatever. He goes, abort the child. I don't want to be a dad. We just broke up. We did nothing. But then he went and had a baby like 2 years later with someone else. Broke up with that person, but was in that child's life. So I don't know how that happened, whatever. So I was like, okay, well, fuck this, right? There's a whole situation. So that's when I filed for child support. But there's a whole back mess story to that. But later on, like when my son was maybe 10, I did have a conversation with his biological father, who even said, like, I gave him updates and pictures, and he, you know, we both agreed it was good. It wasn't what he wanted then. And then he just figured, you know, when my son wants to, or if he even wants to know that person, he can, but we're on the same page. It's just how we dealt with it. But he was never an asshole about it. He was upfront and honest and said what he wanted, and I had to be okay with that. Women going to do it on purpose, and that is, it's victimizing. And for some reason, people only take it seriously when women are victimized. Okay, so I know some people are like, oh, whatever, share, but this is how I feel, because I've watched it happen. And she is a man and woman victimizer.
This is the knife you gave to the man who would get drunk and violent with you, right?
This is the same knife that I gave him as a present in 2012, yes.
Now, Ms. Hurd, I'm going to need to talk to you about what happened in Australia in March of 2015. You've testified that at some point during the incident you described, you witnessed Mr. Depp bashing the phone against a wall, right?
That is correct.
You testified that the phone was breaking into pieces.
Yeah, that's right, Lanky. Thanks for being here. Health and family. My ex wanted an abortion too, but then acted like super dad when he was born, and yes, was highly abusive. But there was no tricks going on. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't on purpose or poke holes in condom. You know what I'm saying? Or even, there's so much. I think a lot of you know what I mean, but there's just there is conniving bitches, like, allegedly, and how I feel from watching and hearing, that's how I feel about this woman, Amber Heard.
This.
And who shits in a bed, by the way? That is all the way crazy. Like, I know I'm crazy. I admit that, but I've never had the thought to take a shit in the bed. I can't. No one's ever going to get over this. I think this is going to be a movie, and I can't wait.
I was watching it disappear.
That Mr. Depp smashed it. I think your word was smithereens.
Yes, that is correct.
And according to your testimony, this was a wall-mounted phone in the bar area.
That is correct.
Oh,
Let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1820. I believe this has already been admitted into evidence, if we could have it published.
I hate everything about her. I hate how she opens her water. I hate how she drinks her pink water.
Thank you. You saw this photo.
And you guys, you see her rings and stuff on? I shit you not. I'm pretty sure she wore her wedding ring from Johnny to court. I think she puts it in her pocket at some point. I think she freaking wears a ring from Johnny.
During your direct examination, right?
That is correct.
And you testified that the wall-mounted phone that you saw Mr. Depp smash
camera's
is on the
off.
wall.
Camera's malfunctioning, right? Okay, well, it turned off by itself. All right.
On the left.
Okay, that's correct. So if you were looking at this picture, the wall-mounted phone would have been behind you on the left-hand side.
Hi,
of your shirt.
Meredithy.
But it's not depicted in this photo, correct?
Whoever took this
The
photo
Yorkie
standing
did
right
it.
in front of where that mounted phone was.
It's convenient. The pieces
That's
of the phone Mr. Depp
convenient.
smashed aren't in this picture either, right?
You don't see it because it's whoever took this photo standing in front of that.
Whoever took this photo, it's Mr. Ben King, correct?
That's what I believe.
Yeah. Mr. King testified under oath in this trial, right?
That is correct.
And he testified that there was no wall-mounted phone smashed to smithereens that he had to replace, correct?
I didn't hear him testify to that, no.
He did. The counsel elicited it.
I disagree with that representation.
You also saw this picture.
I disagree with that representation. Okay, Amber. She disagrees with everything. She has to.
Actually, can we please bring up Defendant's Exhibit 1821, which is also admitted into evidence? You also saw this picture during your direct examination, correct?
That is correct.
And so this is the bar area to the right of the wall-mounted phone you just described.
Look at that phone right there. Not shattered all over the place.
If you were facing in that direction, if you're facing this direction, it would be behind you.
This phone on the counter isn't the phone that got smashed.
Oh, commercial break. She's copycatting. Oh, okay. Just you wait, because I actually found a whole different case. I don't think it's a well-known case. And a part of it stood out to me because she was talking about trigger warning, but we all know what Amber said Johnny did with what she believed could be allegedly a broken bottle and inserting it in her. I found a different interrogation of a lady who I think she killed her husband. I'm not sure. Anyways, part of the testimony is about how he used a baby powder bottle in and the way she's talking, I swear that Amber watched that testimony. I don't know. Not so dumb blind. Hi y'all. What about the girl who states that Amber verbatim stole her? Oh, she seems to do that, doesn't she? And that is, I'll bring it to Dawn Wells for a minute. Using lines from movies, yet she's been caught way too many times for it to be a mistake, right? There was way too many times for it to just be a mistake. We're talking like 20 or so, like not just once or twice. So there's that. But much like Dawn was having to watch other missing parent cases or other cases that were high profile and try to make his behavior mimic how he thought he should be acting and what he thought he should be saying. That's exactly what I see in Amber. And she's diagnosed with the narcissism and whatever personality disorders or whatnot. So that's very much like Dawn, very much like highest level of narcissism. When you got to study how you should feel or behave, that's a psychopath, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor, but I feel like that takes a psychopath to do that.
Wall mounted.
Yeah, so there are 2 phones in the bar area.
There was a wall mounted phone. I don't know if it was decorative or what, but it was
Hi,
like it
health
looked
and
antique.
family. I
Large
don't know
and
if I said
antique.
hi.
And what the large and antique one that's not depicted in any photograph, including ones you took, is the one that Mr. Depp damaged, correct?
That is correct. I only took pictures of the mirrors.
So there's no picture of
Why?
that damaged phone.
Why are you only taking now? If I'm taking pictures, which I have and had to document, I'm taking pictures of everything, not just mirrors. I'm taking pictures of everything. If there's a smashed freaking phone that used to be on the wall, I'm taking a picture of the wall. I'm taking a picture of the smashed phone. I'm not only taking pictures of mirrors, which, by the way, in my opinion, she definitely was writing on, not just Johnny. And also, when she is a cheater, like she is a serial cheater, let's be honest, we have seen it play out before our own eyes, right? Of course, Johnny's not going to be happy. And if he's drunk or high on something, he's going to get in his feelings because he remembers, that's right, my wife is a whore and cheating on me. So when he does walk and see her sitting on a chair with another girl in her lap, Rocky, and he freaks out, I think that that makes sense to me because he knows she goes for men and women, and she has cheated on him with men and women. So why would he be okay with that? So again, their wedding, she actually listed drugs as a party favor on her wedding list. Did you all see that? Her wedding list of what she needs to do and stuff literally says bring drugs or drugs. It says drugs right on her wedding itinerary. That is ridiculous. So yeah, you're damn right that I mean, I don't know if he hit anyone. There's never an excuse for abuse or putting your hands physically on someone, but I can certainly understand why he would be feeling that way. That is hard and probably couldn't get over it. He had a thing for not liking being cheated on.
I didn't take a picture of it, no.
Okay. So back to the phone smashing. You watched Mr. Depp smash the phone, right?
That's correct. I watched it.
And you testified that you were, quote, watching the phone every single time he pulled his hand back, end quote.
That's correct.
And according to you, this is when Mr. Depp lost the tip of his finger, right?
It is my best guess. I didn't notice his finger
Welcome back,
come
Northern.
off, obviously. I was watching him smash the phone and watching the pieces break while he was doing it.
Well, it's not your best guess, Ms. Ford.
That is my best guess, yes.
Okay, let's go back to my questions.
I love
You submitted a
Camille.
declaration under the
She's
penalty
a
of perjury in this case. Do you remember that?
That is correct.
Okay, let's look at that declaration.
She's like, oh shit. Look at, she's mad right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
If we could direct your attention, Ms. Heard, to the
Look at her.
page 14 of the declaration.
She makes me want to slap someone's grandma.
Is that your signature?
Yes, it is.
And the
Oh,
signature
exactly,
appears right under the
Darzella.
statement, quote,
Exactly what I was thinking. She for sure committed adultery, right? But we don't know that. We just see her on elevators. We see her hanging out with these people. We don't see her hibbing digits with anybody. But for sure, she's a hoe bag. So, and that's probably why, like, she was like, I was entitled to 32 million. I only took 7. I took a fraction of what I was entitled to. Probably because you knew that he could put out more evidence that you're a hoe bag and you'd get nothing. So you settled with the 7 million that he actually let you have because you said you were going to put it to charity, but he knew what a gold digger you were and that you were trying to take for him. And he knew you weren't going to pay those charities and take his money. And you didn't do that. Pledge and donated is not the same thing. Pledge means you intend to pay. I donated means you paid. So oh yeah, she's just all kinds of sick. And the one of the two places only got $370,000 payment from her, and the other place got, I think, $500,000. She's supposed to give $7 million, $3.5 million to the both charities, equaling the $7 million she got from Johnny Depp. She had that $7 million for 15 months before Johnny sued her for this. And like I was telling Mr. Scher, if that's what she was doing, she didn't need the money, then as soon as Johnny handed over that check, that should have been directly given to the people, paid off. This wouldn't be a problem. Charities were pledged, then paid. But you don't say I pledged, so I paid. That's not how it works. Pledging means you intend to pay. I donated means you paid. And I just don't understand. How she even gets on the stand and says the things that she says makes no sense to me. And remember, she fought to have this not public. She did not want this trial to be in the public eyes, and she fought for that. Exactly, Mayor Duffy. The $500K that went to the other organization didn't even come from her. It got paid from Elon Musk in Amber Heard's name. So she has only, out of $7 million that she has pledged, she has only paid $370,000. So again, Johnny Depp waited, and I don't think she fought for any more than the $7 million, because she knew she wouldn't get it because she's a hoe bag, and there's evidence coming out now of her being a hoe bag. So I think she already knew, so she took it. And did you see the pictures with Elon Musk and his face all bruised and shit too? Elon Musk gave her another $7 million. No. Well, I mean, let's be real. He was suing her to get the embryos destroyed, right? And then all of a sudden, poop, right before trial, she has a baby. Okay. With a surrogate, by the way. Not even from her own womb. So am I supposed to believe that that's not Elon Musk's baby, allegedly, and in my opinion, and all that bullshit? No, Elon's not smarter. Elon Musk is nothing but a freaking geek. I absolutely believe Elon Musk is one of the people who fakes it till he makes it and got really lucky. That I think that he is like, do you remember that one girl who came out and she said she could do the blood with one drop of blood? Do you remember that girl? There's a movie out about it now or something. But I watched that, and that is crazy. If you it's crazy. But I just think Elon Musk is a geek. He got I guess maybe starstruck or whatever, pretty Amber. And I mean, they made 4 embryos. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see one day if he speaks out. She is the gold digger. She is destroying her own career, and she wants to blame Johnny Depp. Did you see the papers she was passing around that Molly Golightly, I think, got one? And it was, don't believe the media, don't believe what you hear on the YouTube. So we know she's paying attention to the YouTubes because she's putting out, don't believe it. Johnny pays people to go on YouTube and put out false information, all to sway the jury. No, I'm literally watching you with my own eyes and hearing you with my own ears. And I stand with Johnny. It's not because I've been told to stand with Johnny. She's all the way crazy, guys. Poop in the bed crazy.
I declare, under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the state of Virginia, that the foregoing is true and correct.
That is correct.
And this is dated April 10th, 2019.
Correct.
Now let's look at paragraph 16, which is on page 5. Specifically line 10. Quote, you write,
Like,
testify under oath.
I actually got to do something.
While he was smashing the phone, Johnny severely injured his finger, cutting off the top of it, end quote. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, I'm not sure. S now stitches. I don't know how that goes. I'm sure there's some kind of legal stuff that is private. He is a billionaire, so probably some sealed stuff that we don't get to know about. Perhaps, I don't know. Maybe he had to pay her out of the. This is a sick way of thinking. Or maybe she had to pay him to have the embryos kept, or maybe she was entitled to win it and he'd have to give her a son, or like, I really don't freaking know how it works. And I don't know if we will ever know, because I'm sure with someone like Elon Musk that everything's sealed up, right?
So you testified in this courtroom that after Mr. Depp smashed the phone, he held you down on the countertop by the neck. Do you remember that?
I'm not quite sure of the exact sequence of things, but yes, both of those things happened.
No, okay.
We'll get to the sequence. And this is when Mr. Depp supposedly assaulted
We'll
you
get
with
to
a
the
bottle,
sequence.
On the countertop, he assaulted me.
So Mr. Depp was able to get you on the counter, right?
He held me down by my neck.
And hold you down by your neck.
That is correct.
And he grabbed a bottle, according to you, while holding you down by the neck, correct?
I'm sorry, can you clarify what you're asking me?
While Mr. Depp is holding you by the neck against the countertop, he grabs a bottle. That's your testimony.
No, those two things didn't happen at the exact same time, no.
While he's holding the bottle,
Hey,
is that your
Zena.
testimony? While
He's
holding you
my-
down by the neck.
Sorry, what was your question?
Your testimony is, Ms. Heard, that either he has the bottle before or after he's holding you by the neck on the counter. Is that your testimony?
He held me by the neck on the counter.
Where's the bottle? That he
At what point?
While holding you down by your neck.
When he was assaulting me with the bottle, it was in his hand.
Was it in his hand before or after he holds you down by your neck?
I was being held down while he assaulted me with the bottle.
When he puts you on the counter, does he have the bottle in his hand, yes or no?
As I have always said, I don't remember exactly what happened first, or I don't remember the sequence. I just remember being aware that I was being assaulted by a bottle while I was on the countertop.
So he penetrates you with this bottle. But you don't know how he got the bottle, right?
That is correct.
And he did that right after he lost the tip of his right middle finger.
Trigger warning. It gets very sexual. Nobody should be here that's not an adult anyways, but yeah, trigger warning. We're about to hear her literally lie about all sorts of abuses. Now, oh my God. I don't believe this for 1 minute.
Again, I don't remember the exact sequence of those events.
We'll get to the sequence. And while he was on 8 to 10 MDMA pills, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about the sequence. This is the sequence of events you testified to in this courtroom. That he smashed the phone to
How many was she on? We know she keeps telling us all of what Johnny takes, but how many did she have?
smithereens and then assaulted you, lost the tip of his finger, and then assaulted you with a bottle. Yes? That's the sequence of events that you testified to in this courtroom.
To be clear, you're putting it in order when you say words like then. I have never claimed that I can remember the exact sequence of these things. This was a multi-day assault that took place over 3 horrible days.
Ms.
It's the
Heard,
worst thing ever
Ms.
happened to
Heard,
me. I
we're
don't
not
remember
Ms.
the
Heard,
exact
that's not my
sequence.
question. My question isn't about the 3-day assault allegedly that occurred. I'm just talking about the sexual assault that you now allege occurred.
Yes,
Okay?
correct.
Let's talk about the sequence. So you testified, actually. Yeah, I know, I just realized that. We gave it to you yesterday. Court transcript.
Good morning, everyone. Gadget here to tell you about the outlet at henrys.com, the go-to destination for premium open box and previously loved camera gear and accessories. On this page, you'll find deals.
Yes. Mr. Do you have a copy of day 16?
So it is possible. There is menthol tear sticks and menthol tear producing sprays. They are designed specifically to generate tears and are often used by film and TV actors. Simply apply them lightly under the eyes, or a little residue will let off the menthol vapors that will make your eyes to water. So she must have had some of that menthol spray or something on that Kleenex, or a piece of that menthol stick perhaps in that Kleenex that she did that. We all saw what she did there and how she stopped and paused for a minute. Nobody blows their nose like that, right? Or she was literally making sure the camera got a good pic. But yeah, my camera's not working, or I'd show y'all, but I'll pull it up in a minute.
In front of you?
Day 16? Yes, of my
Court transcript?
deposition?
Yes. No, of the court transcript from this trial.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't realize that. But yeah, okay.
Let's look at the transcript. So you testified on page, I'm getting there, 4506.
Oh my God. She drives me bonkers here.
All right. Okay. And the reason that we need to go through this, Ms. Hurd, is because we understand that these are very serious allegations that you're making, right?
It was horrible. What happened to me, yes.
Okay, so let's go through them. Page 4506, line 2 through 3. I sit here now. Apologize. You testified on page 4506. This all started when Mr. Depp took 8 or 10 pills of MDMA, right?
That is correct.
Then, directing your attention to page 4518.
Was he drug tested or is that all hearsay? How do we know he took, well, first it's 4 and 5, and then she said 8 to 10, right? MDA pills. How do we know that? She's just saying that. So that is hearsay, I think. I don't know. And then how many did she take? Like, did anyone ask her? Because I didn't remember. How many did she take that night?
Line 19. You talk about Mr. Depp smashing a wall-mounted phone, correct?
That is correct.
Then on page 4519, at line 3, you testified that while Mr. Depp is smashing the phone, he is screaming, quote, "I fucking hate you," end quote, right?
Wine in her water bottle.
Yes, he was screaming that, among other things.
And further down on page 4519, same page, lines 12 through 19, you talk about how you watched Mr. Depp smash the phone to smithereens.
You see this app right here?
I mean, it is possible.
Using just this little app on my phone.
Hey, Tammy,
I was
Ayo.
Right?
That is correct.
They can just ask Johnny. He
Then,
will tell his truth.
Continuing
He has
on
no
same
shame.
page, 4519, line 2.
I think that because I've heard him say, yeah, I took that. I love when they try to always make him sound worse. Like what they say, you drank a mega pint that night or whatever. Like they always try to make it seem worse. And then when they brought up the marijuana, I can't remember what they used. And finally Johnny's like, yeah, it was a lot of marijuana, like always trying to make it so much worse on Johnny, but not even caring at all that Amber was doing these drugs and requesting them. And also she even says out of her own mouth, she demanded that he be sober so that their relationship worked. But then she's saying, go get me my shrooms, go get me my weed, get me my MDA, get me my $500, or is it 5,000? I don't remember. Just, I know there was a 5 in there. I think $500 bottle of wine, multiple bottles for her and her friends. All of her friends and family were living up off of Johnny. That's why one of his money managers came out and spoke out and said like he was blowing through his money so fast when they were together. We all know Johnny has struggled with drugs. A lot of celebs have. That doesn't mean he's a wife beater. Exactly. And no, there is also another recording that she's claiming, she's saying, get off of me, get off of me. And that is not at all what I hear. I have played that over and over. And her saying, get off of me, doesn't even align with the rest of the conversation because he was like, no, it's impossible. I'll talk to you later. And she's like, no. And that's when we know she followed him to 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. Like she follows him and pokes him because she wanted him to get physical with her. 100%. She was waiting on that because she wanted that all along, in my opinion. 15 months after the marriage, that's my opinion, allegedly, and all of that. But what I hear is she says, just talk to me. And he says, no, it's impossible right now. I'll talk to you later or tomorrow. That's what it says. It says, she's saying, talk to me, not get off of me.
20, you say something really important. Quote, at some point, he's on top of me.
Yes, she did, Sam I Am. She'd been doing drugs since she was a young teen, and there's no knocking that, but 100% because people who grew up with her in Texas are speaking out. So she's done it all along, and Johnny has too, but there's not ever been any record. Well, there was a thing where Johnny had trashed a hotel room. I think he had gotten in a fight with someone, trashed the hotel room. However, and I don't remember who it was with, maybe Kate Moss or someone else. Um, she was unharmed, but the room was trashed. And we've heard Johnny say it like, I smashed my own things. Like, I damaged my own things, but I did not hit her. Is that okay? Maybe not, but he didn't hit her. Like, hitting her is definitely not okay. I don't believe he ever laid a hand on her except for like to move her out of the way so he could leave. He said one time he took her by the shoulders and brought her to the bed. I believe that. He's hurt her by mistake, it sounds like, by trying to hide from her and get the freak away from her and scuffed her toe or something she's complaining about. Yeah, Kate is going to be a witness. Now, you guys, that says something really big to me too, is nobody before Amber has come out and said these things. In fact, everyone he has been with, including the wife and mother of his children that he cheated on with Amber, has his back. And she doesn't need his money because she's a very great actress all on her own and money of her own. So nobody is going to make me believe it's because Johnny's paying her bills and she needs Johnny. Bullshit. That's bullshit. She's a model. She's an actress. She does well on her own without needing Johnny's money. And she was cheated on by this bitch, and she still has Johnny's back. And so every single person, Winona Ryder, Kate Moss, I don't remember his baby mama's name. I think it's Andrea, if I'm not mistaken. She did, Tony. She asked for drugs. Yep, it's on the wedding list. It's actually listed to be part of the wedding. It says drugs.
But screaming the same thing.
Karma is
right.
I just remember the sound. Yes.
But you remember, and you testified to the jury, that he didn't have the phone in his hand anymore.
When he was assaulting me with the bottle, he had the bottle in his hand. When he was punching the wall with the phone, he had the phone in his hand. When he was punching the wall next to my head, he had me by the throat. He did a lot of things that night.
When did he get the bottle, though?
By the sequence, not my words, your words, Miss Heard, that you testified to this jury, that Mr. Depp smashed the phone to smithereens before he assaulted you. That's the sequencing in which you testified, correct?
I have never testified to a sequence.
But why, though? That's a problem. Vanessa. Yes, thank you, Vanessa. I think it is Vanessa. But either, it stands the same. All of his exes, from my understanding, from what I'm seeing, has his back. Big time. So that's very telling. Because I can tell you, with a dangerous, violent, abusive man, my ex tried to kill me. He's harmed his mom. There's a lot there. Then me, then both ex-fiancés after me, then turned into my daughters. And I'll tell you something. 3 of this man, my ex, so me and the other 2 exes after me, all band together and went to court together. And the 3 of us did not like each other. But we had in common something where we put the shit aside and we were like, okay, like, I can't blame her. We can't blame each other, right? So we all banded together for complete opposite. And I feel like that's more like what women would do if this was really a dangerous. We are in 2022, the Me Too and everything. I don't think that Johnny Depp would get a pass from all of his exes, especially one that he did dirty. Let's not lie. He cheated and whatever. We can blame it all on Amber, but Johnny has a mind of his own. So you know what I'm saying? So, but everyone is Team Johnny. They're all standing with Johnny. That's very telling, in my opinion, as a survivor and what I've been through. Drugs and dancing. Yes, I think it said that. Thank you, Lori. So are you guys. Vanessa is gorgeous and has great voice. Yes, and doesn't need Johnny's money. Amber is a narcissist with personality disorder and just plain crazy. Yeah, Robin, we're seeing that for sure with our own eyes. It's not what anyone's telling us. It's from watching and hearing her. Right? It's sad. Sorry, at Chair, we feel for you. We all have a story and a past that makes us who we are. but I don't know why she's doing this. I think that she thought because of the UK victory, which was bullshit, that she'd get away with this. And I'm gonna tell you something. I think that she should have to pay Johnny Depp. I hope Johnny Depp wins this, and I hope her career is flushed down the freaking toilet, and that Johnny gets his career back because he deserves it. She took everything from him, and he didn't deserve it. Y'all, she shit all over their bed, all over, and we're the bad guys. Anyone trying to stay in recovery, they sign themselves a death wish for real. If you get with her, yeah. And I don't know. I've seen Johnny getting ready for like interviews and stuff, and he's grooving to the music. He's smoking a joint. He's so like just so cool. Like the person's doing his hair for a reward show, and Johnny's just grooving. And he even tells the guy, "We can change the music if you want to, like whatever you like." Like it's just, I can't believe anything from this girl. But if you're angry and you're taking the illicit drugs that they've been taking too, it is going to, like, if you're happy when you're taking the drug, I think maybe you'll be happier. But if you're pissed off or shitty, or you're upset that your wife's a hoe bag and then you're going to take these drugs, it's going to make that feeling much worse and play out, right? So
Talking about that sequence. Then on page 4521,
she hates Camille, and I love it.
you testified to being bent over backwards on the bar, right?
Okay.
Look at her. Oh, are they talking to the judge right now? Yep, they're talking to the judge right now. It's always silent. God darn it. She is not, like, this trial, if it has not ruined her, she had a whole baby to try and save her ass from this. I know she did. I don't give what anyone says. I believe she had that baby as a stunt, and that's disturbing. I hope she loves it now, but I definitely believe that that baby was brought to this world to try to help her image. And y'all see that they put her in glasses sometimes. I told you guys that it's a classic way to soften a man or a woman's look. You throw glasses on her, but you see half the time she's not wearing them, but sometimes she's had the reader glasses on. She's trying everything. Here we go.
Directing your attention, Ms. Heard, to page 4521, starting at line 3. You testified to being bent over backwards on the bar, right?
That is correct.
And then feeling pressure on your pubic bone,
Right,
Mr. Depp was
hands.
punching you. Yes?
That's what I thought.
And then further down on page 4521 and on to 4522, you testified that you were concerned Mr. Depp was using a broken bottle on you. Yes?
I think she is too. Notice she's wearing all the rings like Johnny does. I haven't seen that a lot on her, so I do think exactly we've seen it with her clothing and everything. So I do think she is 100% mocking him for whatever reason.
That was my fear. Okay. That's what I remember feeling.
Ms. Heard, I'm going to show you Defendant's Exhibit 1.
Yes, stay for love. I heard that.
Which has already been admitted.
The video of her sister was from a reality show that never happened. But yes, little sister is terrified of her. I can tell that. Amber has a little black book with blackmail for all her fam and friends. That's bitch cray. I 100% believe that. But we'll say allegedly and in our opinion. But that is very much believable. Stay for Love 21. It's very believable from somebody like Amber Heard.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You saw this picture during your direct examination, right?
No way,
I
no
did.
how,
And you
no way.
testified that this is a picture of the bottles that were next to Mr. Depp on a desk when you found him drinking in the morning, right?
That's correct.
And this was the morning after Mr. Depp had allegedly sexually assaulted you, right?
It was the morning after he did assault me. Yes.
And if I understood your testimony correctly, you testified that this is the Maker's Mark bottle that Mr. Depp sexually assaulted you with.
I was never sure it was, but it was definitely that shape.
What?
That shape.
But you testified in this courtroom that you had
What
not seen
shape?
bottle
The
until Ben
square
came to the
shape?
East Red Cross.
Y'all, this, I can't with this. This chair hurts my butt. the square shape. So she felt this. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. I can't. You all know exactly what I'm thinking. How do you not know? Also, yuck. And that is, I'm not going to go. I'm going to stop. Hey, fam, Damley. Fam, Damley. You made me feel like I have dyslexia. Hi, Maple. She didn't deserve any money. She certainly did not. In fact, she should have paid Johnny in the divorce.
That's correct.
Not in the course of the trial. I hadn't seen the photograph.
You claim you had serious injuries after this.
How do you not take a picture, first of all, if a man is shoving a squared beef eater or whatever alcohol bottle up my vag and I'm reporting him for abuse? I am taking a picture of that. Not only that, I'm going to the hospital because that is fucked up. That is fucked up whether the glass is broken or not. And you're pressing charges for domestic on him. So why didn't you go to the hospital with this giant alcohol square bottle and have a rape kit done? Trigger warning, but I want to know because that bottle would have been evidence that he assaulted you. You took pictures of a broken ass phone. Well, actually, no, she didn't, right? Because that didn't exist. But you took pictures of writing on a goddamn mirror and pictures of, I don't know what else. But you don't have the assault weapon? What? No, sorry. That's one of the first things I'm doing. And when the police come, or even if the police don't come, I'm going to the hospital because I'm concerned. And at that time, you're not a mom, but that happening, right? I'm concerned. Did you just fuck up my insides? Will I be able to have children after that? Like, did you just move my freaking insides around and ruin something? No, there's no way. No way. And also, I'm just going to say it and what everyone's thinking. That's pretty nasty. And I've given birth to 4 children, and no way is that fucking bottle going up there. So Amber is nasty if he got that up there. I'm just saying that. I don't care who thinks what of me for saying that. I'm being real. That's disturbing. I don't believe her one fucking minute. And I think those bottles pictures was taken like the next day. So there's not even a broken freaking bottle. But she's claiming it might have been broken. But again, you guys, there is a interrogation I watched where ladies, like she says all of this, but it's a baby powder bottle that was used. Dancing in the studio the next day. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
Incident, right, Ms. Heard?
Depends on what you would call serious. For me,
think like look at her. She's tiny, right? So I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to think of it. And there's moving on.
you know, having a sore jaw and some bruises at the time of my relationship wasn't that serious.
Let's testify. Let's focus on the testimony that you gave about the injuries. Mr. Depp, as you testified yesterday, wears rings on every finger, right?
Sometimes, I mean, often, and certainly in the later part of our relationship, that was more normal than not. But if he's filming or something like that, of course, he's not going to have his own jewelry on.
Your testimony in this trial was, quote, I don't know if I've ever known Johnny not to wear rings, correct?
You need to put your microphone on, Miss. Thank you.
Objection, Your Honor. Improper impeachment. If she's going to ask her question, then she has to show where that was, and then
Rule the objection. Go ahead.
Thank you. Your testimony yesterday was, quote, I don't know if I've ever known Johnny not to wear rings, right, Ms. Heard?
That's what I testified to, yes.
And he was wearing rings on every finger in Australia, correct?
Not all the time, not literally every single ring, every single day, but he often wears rings.
Not often, Ms. Heard. Your words are, I've never known Johnny not to wear rings on every finger.
That is what I testified to.
Okay. And you testified that you bled as a result of this sexual assault, correct?
That is correct.
And you testified that you're...
Okay, so you didn't go to the hospital. You bled from a... No. Mira Deathy, thank you. 8 to 10 MDMA and still strong enough to hold her. That's what I'm saying. How much did she take? Because it changed from 4 to 5 to 8 to 10 pills of MDMA. I would feel like he'd be so fucked up that he possibly wouldn't have the strength. But some people are ridiculously strong when they are fucked up. And he actually says that of her. When she is under the influence, she's got the strength of 100 men, I believe is what he says. Thank you for that super chat, Meredith.
Your forearms were cut.
My forearms and my feet.
And your feet were sliced up.
That's correct.
And you testified you had a bruise across your jaw.
That is correct.
And there's not a single medical record reflecting treatment for any of those injuries, is there, Ms. Heard?
I didn't seek treatment.
And the day after you sustained all
What the what? Aw. My camera's not on because it's not working, but you guys, if you could see my face, you know I'm not good at a poker face, and I am just mind blown because it's interesting being someone who has survived almost anything you can think of: attempted murder, RAPE, assaults, all of these things she's explaining, like, been there multiple times. You know what I'm saying? And no, not everyone reports, but we all don't go to sue people either. We're not celebrities. So no, I just do not buy that one bit. She should be in big trouble for saying this. I never want to see her use the Me Too hashtag ever again. She's lying right here. There's no freaking way you got assaulted by a bottle, you're bleeding, and then you're on the dance floor the next day and never seeked medical treatment. As a young woman, you hear me, ladies. I know there's some men that listen here, but ladies, think of yourself if she's what, 20s at the time of this happening, late 20s, right? No children yet. If something like that happens to you, you are going to be concerned about your insides and your reproductive organs and all of that. You're just going to be concerned, right? Because I've been there, I've been concerned, and I'll be all the way real. I've been assaulted with objects, and yes, no, I haven't like pressed charges on people because my exes and children with one, but anyway, but I did go get medical attention. You know what I'm saying? Because I was afraid of what's happening in there. But you usually you lie about, you know, why you're getting the medical attention. But freaking you best believe, if someone just assaulted me with a giant bottle and I'm bleeding from it and from your oh, why is this trial even happening? I think that the judge just wants everyone to see Amber for what she is, because at this point, even just from the beginning, you can tell Amber's wasting people's time here. It's a waste of time. Throw her away in a jail cell somewhere so she can't ruin no other man or woman's life, because that's what she's going to do. I'm actually concerned for her child.
these injuries, Dr. David Kipper came to the house in Australia, right?
Well, he came the third day along with security.
And this is all public. Like, this is insulting. Her child is going to see all this one day.
The day after you sustained these injuries,
right,
Dr.
Darzala?
David Kipper came along with Nurse Debbie Lloyd, correct?
Well,
exactly.
That fight went into the morning, like early.
I think many girls would have, but would not have said why they were there or spoken the truth. Or like I'm saying, why didn't she bring the bottle? The reason I'm asking her, like, why didn't she go in for a rape kit and bring the bottle, is because I already know what's on her mind, because she sued him for domestic violence. So why you wouldn't take that step does not make sense to me. But for actual survivors, it also doesn't make sense to me, because you didn't even go to the hospital and lie about why you're there. Just like, oh, I'm having abdominal pain or whatever. And then they're going to look there, right? And then they'll see if something is wrong. You don't have to go in there and say, which most survivors do. They go in there and they lie. Or, yeah, in bleeding, yeah, they'll for the most part just lie about why they're there. Or, I don't know what happened, but I'm having abdominal pain. And then they check you out and you get checked out, right? She didn't even do that. That's telling me she's lying. That's my personal opinion.
Hour morning, so technically that last day.
Dr. David Kipper is Mr. Depp's, or was Mr. Depp's physician, right?
I believe he still is.
But
Yes.
he was at the time.
Yes, that's correct.
And he was also your physician.
He also saw me.
No, not saw you. He was your physician, correct, Ms. Heard?
Johnny was the client, but he also treated me.
All right, let's please pull up.
He was labeled her physician too. The way she wants to word things, why does it keep cutting out like that?
Position yet?
She wants to word things to make it sound better, but it's all the same. All right. Why is it paused?
Was the master bathroom where I was.
Let's play assault, correct?
That is correct.
And you testified that your forearms were cut.
Hey,
My
Lex.
forearms and my feet.
And your feet were sliced up.
That's correct.
And you
Right,
testified
Tim,
that
I
you
am.
bruised across your jaw.
That is correct.
And there's not a single medical record reflecting treatment for any of those injuries, is there, Mr. Hurd?
I didn't seek treatment.
And the day after you sustained all these injuries, Dr. David Kipper came to the house in Australia, right?
Well, he came the third day along with security.
The day after you sustained these injuries, Dr. David Kipper came along with Nurse Debbie Lloyd, correct?
Well, that fight went into the morning, like early hour morning, so technically that last day.
Dr. David Kipper is Mr. Depp's, or was Mr. Depp's physician, right?
I believe he still is.
But he was at the time.
Yes, that's correct.
And he was also your physician.
He also saw me.
No, not saw you. He was your physician, correct, Mr. Hurd?
Johnny was the client, but he also treated me.
All right, let's please pull up.
They're so annoyed with her. Okay, it does pause right there.
Was the master bathroom where I was.
Let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 374, which is already in evidence.
Waste time and money, yeah.
You took this picture, right, Mr. Hurd?
Yes, that's correct.
And this is a mirror in the bathroom in Australia?
That's correct.
And this black paint on the mirror is from Mr. Depp.
That is correct.
He wrote on the mirror in black paint after his finger was cut off, right?
Yes, I only know that because there was blood and as well as paint.
So you took this picture after Mr. Depp had injured his fingers, correct?
This was while I was packing, when I was leaving.
That's
when I
yes,
took
right,
the photo.
Mr. Hurd?
That's, what's the question? I'm sorry.
You took this picture after Mr.
She
Depp.
said, what's the question? I'm sorry, I forget my lies and what I'm supposed to say right here. Can you repeat that, Camille? And Camille's like, sure, B, I'll repeat that. To hear you lie some more. Think of your story,
Had
Amber.
injured his finger.
That's correct.
And you took this picture after you had allegedly been assaulted by Mr. Depp, yes?
That's correct.
Yeah, you didn't capture yourself in the mirror.
Exactly, Lex. With something like that, yeah, you would go. And I'm sorry, but we don't see in here. We see that Johnny kept wanting to stay away. He had all these houses. So it wasn't that, and she was going to Coachella. She was doing all these things. So it wasn't that he was, what's the word? Keeping her away from people. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that is a red flag to me. Is someone who is typically this abusive, like she's claiming of Johnny, is not going to let the person go do all these like, you know what I'm saying, not give her free reign like she did. At least that's not my experience. I was what is the word, they like to slowly take you away from public and kind of keep you to themselves to contain the abuse. Johnny wasn't doing that. So isolate. Thank you. He didn't isolate her. There was nothing stopping her. He didn't stop her from going to the hospital, even to say, hey, I'm having pain down here. I'm bleeding a little. I don't know what's going on. Can, you know, and they'd check her out, right? Amber Heard, of course. So there's no excuse. She can't say Johnny didn't let me, nothing like that. Yes. Thanks, guys. Isolate is yes, isolate them. Typically, right? That, I mean, more times than not in a abuse situation like we're seeing, that is, I know not every situation is the same. I'll say that is my experience. Okay.
Did you?
I don't see myself in the mirror, no.
Let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 375.
He did, Kims. He said, leave me alone.
You took this picture as well, right, Mr. Hurd?
That's correct.
And this is from one of the bathroom mirrors in Australia?
That's correct.
This is also a picture taken after Mr. Depp had injured his finger.
That's correct.
And this is also a picture taken after you had allegedly been assaulted by Mr. Depp.
That's correct.
You didn't capture yourself in the mirror in this picture either, did you?
I do not see myself in the mirror in that picture.
Is that because you didn't?
Yeah, exactly. Every picture she's taking of mirrors, she makes sure she is not in the mirror. Why? Because we would know that there is no injuries on her. So that tells me she's that calculated. She thought of that. She actually thought about not having her reflection in the mirror. Because if I'm taking a picture of that, I'd want to stand in front of there, turn my phone sideways and get the entire length of the mirror, get it all in a picture. But she's trying to hide herself for a reason. But if she has all these injuries, she'd sure want to be in the picture, right?
You didn't have any visible injuries on you?
It's because I was taking a picture of the writing.
Get her.
Let's talk about the writing on this mirror. So the writing in black paint is from Mr. Depp, correct?
It's all from Mr. Depp.
No,
And
it's
Mr. testimony
not.
under oath that you did not
Does
write.
that all look like the same writing to you? You guys, does that look like one person writing or two different people writing? Because I don't think that the red writing looks like the black writing. So isolate and alienate. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, so sorry to hear that, Didstums. I am so sorry. Yeah. So to me, this looks like messages to each other. Excuse me. But again, he's all effed up on MDMA. She probably is too. I mean, I don't know. Or did she know? Like, let's say she knew he was abusive or whatever. And did she know he was on these drugs and still went there to see him? Did they do the drugs together? Like, I don't know. One's Hackensack scratch. No, red's her for sure. Yeah, I believe so. That is also my opinion. We'll keep it at allegedly in our opinions, right?
Right, the red text that says, quote, call Carly Simon. She said it better, babe. End quote.
That's correct.
Because if you did write that, it means that your husband was walking around the house bleeding from his amputated finger, and you're writing.
I'm pretty sure I gotta take my monetization off for this because I'm showing it. Amber's gonna have me reported. I know it.
Snarky messages to him on a mirror, right?
I'm taking the strike.
I don't know what your question to me is. I'm
Different
sorry.
writing, Molly. Yes.
Let's please take a look at.
Oh, every time I do that, it pauses.
Black smudge isn't in this picture that you took, right?
That's correct.
At Lingo Ace, we believe learning Chinese will open up a world of
It's so worth
possibilities
it. I
for
don't
your
even
child.
care.
So Mr. Depp must have not liked his
Meredith
message to
gave
himself.
me
not
a
sure what was
super
happening
chat
when
that would
Vince took
probably
that
be
the-
as
his
much as I
photograph,
would
no.
make on this live anyway. So we're
Let's
good.
pull
I'll
up
take
Plaintiff's
the
Exhibit
strike.
343, which is already in evidence, and play a portion from.
Come for me, Amber.
157:21 through 158:54. It's a recording, Your Honor.
Oh, here we go with the recording.
It's just to get out of a bad situation while it's happening before it gets worse. In Australia, when we had the big fight where I lost the tip of my finger, at least 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms I went to
We're talking to
escape the fight.
She just admitted. Did you just hear? So she's going to deny. I think it was 1 bathroom, right? She's about to do that. But here's the recording. He said at least 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms to get away from you. And she goes, yeah, to avoid me. And that's a problem. Like, what the F? She's admitting it.
Fight.
You don't escape the fight. You escape the solution. You escape the solution.
No.
Let's please take a look at
Make sure you turn it up, guys, because
Black smudge isn't in this picture that you took, right?
That's correct.
So Mr. Depp must have not liked his own message to himself.
I'm not quite sure what was happening when Vin took his photograph. No.
Let's please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 343, which is already in evidence, and play the portion from 157:21 through 158:54.
Okay, turn it up. It's very quiet.
It's not bleeding out. It's not. It's just to get out of a bad situation while it's happening before it gets worse. In Australia, when we had the big fight where I lost the tip of my finger, at least 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms I went to
We're talking to
escape the fight.
You don't escape the fight. You escape the solution. You escape the solution.
No.
You escape figuring it out. We cannot work it out if you run away to the bathroom every time.
Listen to me. Listen to me. A boxer can't go 12 rounds without a fucking minute break.
I'm not giving you a minute break. You do it at minute 3 at the beginning of an argument.
No. There are rounds, man. And when it gets too fucking hairy, the ref splits them apart or whatever. But
I understand why he had to start recording her. I know people were like, why are they recording each other? She recorded first, if I'm not mistaken. And like, freaking A, you would have to record this, right? Because you'd be like, no one is going to believe this. They're just going to believe her. And you hear that in these recordings. He even says to her, you have the world fooled, girl. Oh, Northern Farm, thank you. Thank you for doing this live on this important case of DVSA and all the other stuff that survivors hear and go through. It's brave to talk to others about these hard subjects. Thank you, everyone. Much respect. Northern Farm Girl, thank you so much. It is important to talk about, and being a survivor, I certainly don't like seeing it. And Amber's making a mockery of all survivors, and I do not like that. I hate that she is taking, in my opinion, she is taking from, she's tagging me too. She is taking from that. She's taking from all of us who have truly survived situations like this. And she is shitting on all of us. Okay, that I honestly didn't even mean to say that, but she's shitting on all of us like the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't appreciate that whatsoever. I think that's just wrong and terrible, and she needs to be held accountable. Honestly, they need to make an example out of her. I think that honestly, I think that Depp should actually put charges on her for abuse. I don't know if he can, but listening to this, he'd certainly have a good case. And I think she deserves it. That's my personal opinion, because listening to all this, oh, no. The wrong person lost their career and was defamed. Literally, they lost everything.
What I'm saying is, you can't have a solution if the argument just keeps mounting and mounting and mounting and mounting.
Can we start a petition that we get her charged for domestic on him? Like, I don't know how that works, but he should 100% file charges on her.
Fucking go into the bathroom and sit on the floor. Bam, bam, bam. Here you come. I come out. Fight. Crazy. Escalated. I go split again. I go to another fucking bathroom or bedroom or something. Knock. Bang, bang, bang. You kept coming to get me.
This is what really happened in Australia, isn't it, Miss Heard?
Now you can't do that. That's very, very, that is abusive right there. She was following him around. She wanted to get her way. She had to be right. She wanted to downgrade Johnny. It's because of you. Talk to me now, my way or no way. And she's like, you're escaping or whatever. And he's like, just, you don't even give, and she says it herself, you don't even give the man like 10 minutes to just cool down to want to talk to you. She keeps escalating by chasing him around the mansion, demanding, not just chasing him, but trying to smash through the doors to get to him. That's crazy.
I did knock on a bathroom door on the first night.
Also, if he's so abusive, I certainly would not be following and chasing and pushing the buttons of my ex-abusers. I'm just saying, because that would have got my ass whooped and probably killed. So if Johnny is so abusive, why the hell is she chasing him down? She should actually be wanting him to lock himself in a bedroom or a bathroom, taking her keys and getting the fuck out of Dodge. That's my opinion. That's what I would have done should he have really been a very bad, abusive man like that. Okay, cool. He's away from me. He's in a different part of the mansion. I'm making a run for it right now, and I am out of here. She didn't do any of that. She freaking gone girl. Yeah, Zena, you said it. Oh my gosh, she is so much that personality, and even it's not funny. Oh, I could see her doing that shit.
Not a bathroom door, 5 bathroom doors, and 2 bedrooms.
Johnny is not an accurate historian of what happened during that period of time. I'll guarantee.
Miss Heard, that's not my question. 5.
Her lawyers are, I don't think delusional. I think they are scared of her. I don't know if she knows something on them or something. I don't know, but I sure shit would have quit a long time ago if I was her attorneys. But that girl one does seem a little bit afraid of Amber. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. She's single white female too. Exactly, Lori.
5 bathroom doors, 2 bedrooms. That's
Oh, Meredithy. I remember cowering inside bathrooms hoping abuser would go away. Yes. I remember that feeling also. I do. And well, my abusive ex wouldn't let me have like a driver's license, or like everything was what he got, right? Although my money paid for a lot of it. Cars are in his name. I wasn't actually allowed to get a license. In fact, when I was 23, one of my ex-abusers' stepmoms took me without saying anything to go get my license. And when he found out, it was not good. But yeah, if he was such a violent man and she was so afraid of him, and let's just be honest, sexually assaulting her with bottles and making her bleed and doing all these things, I've been there, and I'm certainly not chasing that person around and demanding they be in my face and talk to me. Just does not add up. It does not make sense. I do realize that everybody's stories and actions are different. I understand that. But I also get the privilege of hearing a lot of your guys' pasts and journeys and histories of abuse. And I have to say that not just from my experience, but experiencing, hearing from a lot of you guys, it to me feels the same way. I think for the most part, 9 out of 10 of us would be happy to be out of that person's face and trying to make a run for it or hoping to God they leave, right? Not chasing them around. But again, everybody's different. But from my experience and from stories I've been told from survivors, I can't understand that behavior. So I don't believe it. But it's not to say it's not true, because this is all alleged, but I don't buy it. It's human nature to run. Yes. Absolutely. She wants to dominate and micromanage everything, Johnny, because she put the work in with the narc tactics, and he is hers to drain for narc supply. 100%. I understand exactly what you're saying. And you can see, what is it called? Grayscaling. You see, Johnny is not. She's been caught. The attorneys even said, you've been staring at Johnny, right? Yes, I have. Has he looked back at you? No, not that I've seen. And again, when you can't physically abuse or verbally abuse your victim, what do? They go through the courts and they victimize through the courts when they cannot physically do it to you anymore. They go through the court. So textbook, Amber is following as being the aggressor and the abusive one in the party, because when Johnny left and that's it, what'd she do? She ran to the court. She ran to defame him, went for his money and all of that. And that is textbook classic narcissism abuse. When I can't have you, when I can't physically put my hands on you or verbally abuse you, I'm going to take you and run you through the court system and do all the damage to you and give you a record and do all that. That is absolutely a type of abuse that abusers use. And she's doing it. She is literally, she's doing it all. So I 100% in my beliefs, allegedly believe that Amber was the abusive one in this relationship.
That's what you knocked on. That's what actually happened in Australia, isn't it, Ms. Hurd?
I was there. I remember it. I knocked on one
Femme
bathroom door, I
fatale,
think,
yeah.
on the first night after he decided to take the bag of MDMA.
Ms. Hurd, I'm going to move to strike everything after I knocked on one bathroom
She
door.
can't do that. She's answering the question.
Not quite, so I will sustain the objection. Just answer the question, okay?
The recording we just listened to, that's exactly what happened in Australia. Mr. Depp lost the tip of his finger after you threw a bottle at him. Isn't that right?
Yes, so I believe she was talked about
You're the one who assaulted someone with a bottle in Australia. Isn't
committing
that right, Ms. Hurd?
perjury.
I didn't assault Johnny in Australia. I didn't assault Johnny ever. I couldn't.
And then after he was injured, he had to hide from you, right?
Go, Camille.
5 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms.
That is incorrect.
And you would pursue him
That is incorrect.
because he was avoiding talking to you, right?
He did that first night when
he was
I tried to
avoiding-
talk to him about the drugs.
And he was avoiding working it out.
No, he was avoiding agreeing to not fight about the drugs.
But he was avoiding working it out. No, he was avoiding to agree to not fight. What the fuck? So you have to chase him down to say, Johnny, we're not going to fight anymore. You're not going to fight with me anymore. Just stop doing drugs. You can be with me. I'm going to chase you down to say that, though, even though I'm probably on drugs right now, too, and washed it down with the expensive wine you just bought me. Come on. Thank you, Jennifer. Whitney died September 10th, 2003. Amber's mugshot taken September 12th, 2003. Thank you. And I have her booking from December 9th, 2003, which is when she actually in December got pulled over for driving under a revoked license. When you are 16, 17, how do you get a revoked license? How come there is no record of how she got there, right? We see the booking. We know that she had a suspended or revoked license. How did that come? That doesn't just happen. So we do know that there was some kind of cases that clearly aren't public and have been sealed, and she was a minor. She was 16 or 17. So you can't tell me she somehow miraculously, within a year of getting her driver's license, gets it suspended just out of the blue because the government felt like doing that. So do I believe that there is something to these rumors? Hell yeah, I do. And I think that's why she's the entitled, narcissistic, abusive brat that she is today, because she has been getting away with literally manslaughter all of her life. How you feel, babe? What? It's her minor record, so they are sealed at 18. Yes, Kimkins, exactly. But we know that she had a suspended license within a year of getting her license. Because aren't you like 14, 15 when you get your permit, and then you have to have it, I think, like several months? I'm not sure what it was then, but 16. This is around the age she wouldn't have had her license to be driving without an adult very long. I know that. Also, as a lot of you know, I am conspiracy theorists and that, and Illuminati, all that. So her best friend dies in an accident, allegedly she was maybe or maybe not a part of. And then all of a sudden she starts getting a little bit famous. And she also takes on the persona of the best friend that died. That's weird to me. That's fucking weird. I could list numerous. You give me a celebrity name, I could probably find where someone loved very, very close to them died and that they've taken on the persona. Lady Gaga being one of them, actually. So I don't like that at all. But I think more and more is going to come out. And I don't think like anytime soon. I think people are going to after this is over, I think that there'll be a quiet period. And then I think we're going to start seeing people stand up and against Amber. And that's what I hope, because that's proper justice. I do hope that I never see her in a movie or a magazine again. I hope she loses everything like Johnny did. And I hope that she's in the hole and has to give everything to Johnny. I hope he gets his $50 million, because he's lost at least that in the last 7 years, in my opinion. I'm still behind on your live, but I wanted to ask you if you had heard about the court security guy today removing her bottle from the trash when she left court today. Any comments on this? This is news to me, Katie. I will definitely be checking around to see if I can find information on that. Interesting. Actually, let me write that down. Okay, so they took her. Let me write that down. Amber's, and that's from today's trial day. Oh, it might have been, but why they think she's drinking on court. I actually did wonder that, Katie S. The reason I did wonder that is because we know that she likes to take these drugs. And I did have a thought, because I have been this person. Anyone who's been addicted to drugs like she has, MDA, ecstasy, all of that. A very common thing back in the day for us to do was to get Gatorade bottles or Crystal Light bottles, and we would crush up the drug and put it in our bottles, and we'd walk around and go wherever with that. And when I seen that, but then I see everyone has these colored, they put like a flavor packet in their water. So that's not uncommon. It looked like she had some pink lemonade, Crystal Light, if I had to guess, or possibly vodka in there. It could have been for her nerves, or some kind of drug or alcohol in the bottle. I absolutely had that thought, but I that's alleged or whatever. So that will be interesting to see. And I did write that down, Katie. So I will look to see if I can find anything about that, because that's interesting. So if they did that and something's going on, it won't be long before we hear. And again, that's just, I don't think that is above her to do. Let's be honest, because she thinks she can get away with everything. Sunny D, she sneaks something into her mouth very suspiciously. Someone said she was crawling on floor of airplane looking for more drugs like a crack addict. I heard somebody say that back when they knew her, like years ago, before she was an actress and everything, this is the person I was telling you about. When he heard that she married Johnny Depp, he was like, oh shit, like this is bad, because she's absolutely someone who will run over people for her own self. He said she was such a fiend that she would actually hide it in her vag, that she would hide crack in her vag, you guys. And I guess she had to lose a bunch of weight before Pineapple Express, the guy said, because she wouldn't stop drinking. So she had that alcohol weight on her. And I guess that's when she, I don't know. But that's what that guy said. That's hearsay, allegedly. So I know that. I'm just saying I know that. Don't come for me or come for me. I don't really care. I get the haters. I don't really care. But that's what this person is saying. And it's not hard for me to believe at this point with her.
You weren't scared of him at all, were you?
No, she was not.
A mixed relationship with Johnny, and one in which I'm scared.
She did not answer that quick enough. You're not scared of Johnny, are you? Now, if I was being asked that about my ex, I wouldn't even have time. You weren't scared of blah, 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 were you? Yes, I was. The fuck I wasn't. Yes, I was. She had to think about that. You weren't scared of him, were you, Amber or Miss Heard? I mean, I had this relationship with Johnny. It's a yes or a no. And if you were scared of him, you're answering quicker than that. I can't with her. I could just pinpoint all the issues all day long, like the internet has been doing.
One in which I love him very much.
I'm not talking about your mixed relationship.
Right, Kinkins?
That night in Australia, after you cut off his finger with a bottle, you weren't scared of him at all, were you?
This is a man who tried to kill me. Of course it's scary. He's also my husband.
That's what I'm going to show you what's been marked as defendant's
That's not
exhibit
even an
3.
answer. That's not even a real answer. She's answering half these questions with bullshit that aren't even actually answers. She's saying a lot of bullshit. You were afraid of him, weren't you? No, he's my husband. Da, da, da. Answer the fucking question, yes or no. Because I could answer a lot quicker if I was being asked that question in a trial against my abusive ex, or all of them. I would answer so quick, it's not even funny.
Event 1. Do not believe these have been admitted into evidence.
No. Okay. Go ahead.
If we could scroll down, please. No.
Ms. Berthoff, if you don't have your microphone on, I cannot hear you. You still don't have it on.
Redacted. Oh.
Her attorney is terrible.
Just bear with me.
I'm not admitting it into evidence yet. I would like to just talk to the witness about it if I could. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. I'm going to show you what's been marked as defendant's exhibit 371. Do you recognize these text messages between you and Dr. Cowan?
I don't recognize these, no.
Who's Dr. Cowan?
He was my therapist that was recommended to me from Dr. Kipper. He and Dr. Kipper worked together.
He was your therapist at the time, correct?
That's correct.
And you had been seeing him for almost a year in March of 2015?
My guess would be about 6 months at that point.
Hey there, boss man. You were supposed to call me this morning. Oh.
Your text messages are in gray, correct?
Your Honor, I'm going to ask that you show her the unredacted so that she can see the text exchange back and forth if she wants to talk about moving the unredacted later. Thank you.
Pull it up. Last night, talked for like an hour, and even flashed somebody, so we had a lot to work with. So attempt number 2 is on track so far. Oh, smooth as silk. Everything's great.
Seeing these unredacted messages, does this refresh your recollection that these are indeed communications between you and Dr. Cowan?
Yes, that's correct.
Look at her fake reading. Oh, let me look at
Text
it.
messages are in gray, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And Dr. Cowan's are in blue?
That is correct.
Okay. You see the text message at the bottom of the page from March 8th, 2015 at 8:29 p.m.?
Yes, that's correct.
March 8th is the day that you were allegedly sexually assaulted by Mr. Depp in Australia, correct?
That is correct.
So on March 8th, 2015, you were in Australia,
That is correct.
and Mr. Depp's finger had just been cut off, right?
That is correct.
And you write to Dr. Cowan, quote, "I feel so lost. I can't talk. I don't know if I'll ever be able to change," end quote. Did I read that correctly?
That's correct.
You weren't able to change, were you, Ms. Heard?
I very much wanted to leave the relationship I was in, but I didn't have the power. I didn't feel I had the power to leave. I knew I was in a very toxic relationship with Johnny, and I knew I needed to change that. I knew it was, at this point, horrible for me, and I
I'm
talked
gonna
to my therapist often about that.
Defendant's Exhibit 371 as redacted with just Ms. Heard's messages.
All right.
Your Honor, I object because she has left out the next two lines from Ms. Heard that clarify even further, and I also think
Ms.
that Dr.
Brenhoff,
Cowan's.
Your Honor, may we please approach?
approach?
This is
apparently and the number one point getter in the entire nation. That's not so.
Martha Stewart, Empress Tang. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. Come on in.
Looks like you both are enjoying the day. What are the two of you up to?
Well, I just got my shipment of pretty litter, so we're fixing up the cat area at the moment.
Well, I'd love to take a look behind the curtain. You mind if we tag along?
Well, sure. Follow me.
You said you got a shipment of pretty litter. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, sure.
Okay, sorry guys. Okay, what are we in? 45, 47. Let me write that down. I'm going to pull up. Katie, I found that video people are talking about. It 100% looks like she's sneaking something because she's got 2 water bottles. One, I don't think has a label on it, and it's got clear liquid in it. And she looks like she's pouring it into the Fiji bottle that is pink. And when the court people come to talk to her, she quickly slips the clear bottle in her pocket. I'm going to pull up that video for you in a second so y'all can be the judge. So it's possible that they did take that. I hear that it's been debunked, but I haven't heard that it's been debunked. I guess we'll find out. You can find either way. If you want it to be debunked, you'll find that on the internet. And if you don't want it to be debunked, you'll find that on the internet. So what I will say is we will just wait and see if it's brought up in the court. Because if they did take her bottle to see if she's been drinking, like, we're going to hear that. The judge will have to say something about that, in my opinion. I believe. Let's pull that up. What's the time on that? So we were at, I'll just say 45 minutes. I'm just gonna write that down. Okay, let's pull up. Let's see if the camera works. Nope, I don't know why it's not working. Why did it turn off by itself? That's weird. Is that better? It's somehow turned off by itself. I hope they catch her too. Okay, so.
No version of heaven for anyone would ever include 3 hours of this. We're in a bad place, aren't we?
Damn it. That was a real trip for biscuits, and now we're all wet, Daddy-O.
I never even got to see my stupid triangle. No, wait.
1 second. Give me a second, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. I wasn't. My heart stopped for a minute. Okay, guys, let me pull up this. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Wait, how can I? Oh, I got to remember how to do this. Oh shit! Wow, that plays. It's very, very fast video, guys. So I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna put it on full screen. It goes quick, so we'll play it a couple times. Okay, let me put it on full screen. Okay, ready? You see she's got 2 bottles. Now watch. Watch, because they say outside the courtroom, so she's in the courtroom. People say that outside they saw her pouring into the bottle, whatever, and then she come in here. I guess the court clergy's come up and she puts the clear one. Lori Loser is timing out Northern Farm Bureau for a fuels no reason. Oh, let me fix that. All right. Okay. All right. Am I sharing? Am I sharing screen, y'all? Is it sharing? Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna play it. It's very quick. Watch her hands. Ready? 2 water rolls. That one down. Look at that. Why? She was about to take a sip of it, though. Why does she need the 2 bottles? She wouldn't be that dumb, would she? Maybe she just has a flavor water and then plain water, but she acts very suspicious, like as soon as they walk up to her, which is weird because she's about to take a sip. Unscrew it. Can take a sip. Oh, hide this quick because here comes her. And actually, I think that's one of her attorneys. So I think those are both on her side. So she's probably less worried. But here she comes. And oh, I'm going to put that in my pocket. Yo, that's crazy. Babe, can you come back? I'm sorry. I just want your opinion on something. Because it's crazy, crazy. I'm sorry. I'm giving you exercise. Okay, let me pull it back up again. So it's being said that they took her water bottle today because they think that she's drinking at court. And so I looked it up and there is a video that's very suspicious to me. Watch. Am I sharing, you guys? All right, we got Mr. Sharon here too, and we're going to have him give his wisdom on this because this looks fishy. This is very fishy. Here comes bailiff. She was about to take a sip of that. Why does she have 2 bottles? It's going to play again.
That is weird.
She's about to open it and take a chug till she walks by. Woo! Let's put this in here.
Huh.
So they're saying that she threw her water bottle out on the way out and that I guess a bailiff or something was seen taking her bottle out of the garbage can. But that's a water bottle. I guess she was seen out there pouring something into that bottle already. Why did you need both? Like, I just don't understand. She was about to take a sip. And it's exactly when the bailiff walks by.
Yeah, and she seems kind of panicky trying to get it in her pocket for some reason.
Yep, like yeah, it's She's fine. He's fine.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is suspicious, huh?
It is.
Well, that seems pretty darn suspicious, you guys. So definitely something to be watching for and paying attention to. And Katie S., I believe you're new here this evening and you brought that to our attention. I appreciate that because that is fascinating. And watch for that, because if they did do that and something's going on and she is under the influence at court, we will hear about that. I feel like we would have to hear, the judge would have to address that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I would
Because
think so.
I would feel like this would have to end at that point
Hmm.
or something. So watch for that. Katie, welcome and thank you for bringing that to our attention, because I didn't see that and I've been glued to this trial like many people and I didn't even hear about that. So again, I'll come back live tomorrow as long as I'm not sick. I did test negative still. It was negative. I tested negative today, but he's positive. So I'm going to wait 2 more days. But right now, as long as I'm feeling fine, have a voice, I'll come live. So we stopped at 45 minutes into like an 8-hour of her testifying. And I want to keep going through this because I could pinpoint problems all day long. All 8 hours of it, I could pinpoint problems. So I'm not sure what time tomorrow. But I did have some summer stuff, but I don't want to do it the same. I might come live tomorrow 2 times, but for sure once, because I've been wanting to do this Johnny Depp. I wanted to say my side of things as a survivor of domestic violence and actually every which way of assault that Amber is alleging on Johnny Depp. I've been through, and I just find all kinds of wrong with it. And also, like, we have to realize that men are victims too, and what's happening here is wrong. It's very wrong. She chased him to 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, and she said, "That's because you're always trying to run away. You're running away from our conversation." What'd she say? "You're running away from arguing about drugs." That's what she said. Something fucked up like that.
Boy.
I didn't watch today because I was watching a lot of Summer Wells stuff. So I didn't get much Johnny Depp coverage in today, but I'll be doing that until I fall asleep later. So I will be taking like, it's like 8, 9, 10 hours every weekday, guys. It's a lot. So I will go over it, of course, because I've been, I don't want to say, saying that's my guilty pleasure is kind of wrong, but I can't help it because it's very hard to even believe that somebody would be that dumb. This is why she did not want this. They were all saying, "Oh, Johnny's a narcissist because he fought her to have this put out on the internet." And I disagree, because we hear in the recording, like, "You have the world fooled, Amber, but I know who you are. You have the world fooled." I don't think that's a narcissist. I think this is Johnny and karma saying, "Look it, she's a liar. Like, hear my voice, you guys." And after 7 years, I think it's about damn time. I think he deserved this to be live, because if it wasn't, people would still be buying Amber Heard's bullshit. She'd be getting roles, probably bigger and bigger roles, and Johnny would just be still where he's been. That's so wrong. No, I'm glad that he fought that. I don't think that makes him a narcissist at all, because if it was any of us who survived, we would want, if we came to that point, and she even says to him, "Go tell the world, Johnny, that you are a victim of domestic violence. You, a man, and see who believes you." What the fuck? Like, she actually is on a recording saying that. And if we never got to hear that, she won that game. She taunted him and used that over him. That is so fucked up. I can't even imagine. Like, how would you feel being told that?
I would feel pretty shitty.
Pretty shitty. And that's also another way to degrade him. And even just saying that, you're a man, but you're getting abused. You know what I'm like? I feel like even that is a dig at him. Because what'd she say? "You poor washed up old man. Who would want you in a magazine?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just another dig. "Oh yeah, you, a man, being abused." That's like, you're not a man, because a real man wouldn't say they're abused. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You all know what I'm saying. I think most of you anyway. Hear Johnny's voice. Yes. Start that on a hashtag. We want justice. She is evil villain laughing in the creepy laugh. Oh, yes, that he heard that recording of her laugh. And he was like, his eyes were like,
Yeah, I was having an NK flashback.
NK. Oh, her and NK could be friends for real. They're saying, hope you feel better.
Thank you.
She is triggering, doesn't she? That's why I want to talk about it. She's triggering. So we'll be back sometime tomorrow to continue this discussion and go on with the whatever other. I have so much I can pull up. I just have to try and get it in order. But I want to go through her testimony first and pinpoint all the lies. No, I'm not paid by Johnny Depp. Duh. And this is my feeling. So Amber, who's going around saying the YouTubes and the media is only saying negative stuff about her because Johnny's team paid for it. Bullshit. I'm not paid by them at all, and I'm still gonna say this shit. So sorry, not sorry, Amber. Love y'all. Thank you so much for the super chats tonight. I appreciate that because I for sure am gonna get a strike on this one. And we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for the well wishes for Mr. Share. It's much appreciated. Good energy. Thank you, everyone. Now, I know the names aren't the same. We are going to get this changed when everybody is feeling better. But let me give you guys a few minutes lounge time to chat while I play my credits of all my awesome members and subscribers. Now, remember, if you don't see your name yet, it's because we this is just the first one we done, and I've got different mods now and new members now, and we will change this like every 4 to 6 weeks to make sure we have everybody. Mr. Sherrod said like once a month we will add and remove the names as needed. So love y'all. Thanks for hanging, and watch for your name. And if you don't see it and you are a member or a mod, you will be on there as soon as Mr. Sherrod feels better. He does have the COVID for that. Those that don't know. Have a good evening, everybody. Love y'all. Thank you for being a member, for the super chats, and thank you for subscribing and even just spending your time listening, even if you're not subscribed. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Stitching. Thank you, Northern. Mr. J. Good night, Tammy AO. We love you too, Kinkins. Sam I Am. Mr. J. Miss Mala. Shubi Mom, we love you. Everybody, Northern Farm Girl, welcome to being a new mod. Cousin Tracy, Darzilla. Yes, absolutely. Hear Johnny's voice. Trying to clear his name, as he should. Oh, shit. All right, gotta change. We will look for that. Katie Lynn, thank you and welcome. And thank you for the nugget you dropped tonight. It's interesting. Absolutely. Men are victims too. So obvious. Okay. Good night, y'all. Have a good rest of your evening. See you tomorrow.